Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to more wheel stuff and things with Rhapsody. Hello, Raps.
Hey, Alexa, how's it going?
Oh, it's so good. It's the wheel SPIRE day. It's the ultimate wheel for you to whoop my butt in, as if you don't whoop my butt in the other wheels.
I lost it, Isaac. Thank you.
I mean, that is true. But you also had, I don't know, probably the worst run in the entire history of the game. The wheel SPIRE is a new-ish, it has been done once on my channel a long time ago, but it's a new-ish wheel where we will spin to collect cards that we will then hop into a score-based challenge on the same seed to see kind of who ends up on top. We're going to draft 12 cards from the wheel, and there's some interesting wheel stuff on there as well, such as drafting in Tabletop Simulator, pulling a random card from the Tabletop Simulator decks, or doing a random number generator, which we could use in-game, or I could just grab a certain number card in Tabletop as well. Any of those will work, along with a bunch of other fun wheels. So, without further ado, I'm ready for spin numero uno if you are, Raps.
Ooh, yeah, no, let's go for it.
All right. Wheel of poo-poo incoming for me, probably.
Oh, okay, never mind. Not 3, 2, 1, apparently. Tabletop Simulator decks is my first roll.
Okay. Combine the 4 decks, shuffle them, top card is yours.
All right, let me just quickly change my scene to TTS so people can actually see what I'm doing in that. Excuse me, TTS, would you like to appear? Hey, there we go. Shuffle all of the 4 decks together and then draw the top card, was it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so group.
And that does include the Watcher cards. We're playing on the beta, so you might pull some Watcher stuff.
Top card is the defect. I'm going to guess this card is Equilibrium. Beam Cell.
It's not Equilibrium. I have the wheel of debuff.
I had a 1 in 75 chance to blow people's GD minds.
You had an even smaller chance because there's technically 3 of each gray card, 2 of each blue card, so you actually had an even smaller. But
I could have blown minds even better than that.
It would have been an absolutely blown mind. Now here's the even crazier part, refs. I was about 5 pixels off from pulling Beam Cell on my spin. Now calculate the odds of that. Anyway, I gotta go for the eyes.
Ooh, I'm back to the Tabletop Simulator deck.
Oh, you have fun at your Tabletop Simulator deck.
Sweet, will do. It is an ironclad card. This is obviously going to be Twin Strike. Body Slam.
Goes so well with your Beam Cell. Said nobody ever. I am drafting in Tabletop Simulator now for myself. So I
pop that back on there
for sure. I'm going to shuffle these cards. I'm going to lay down 3 of them, and I can choose one of those 3. There is a Watcher card in here, so I may do it. It's friggin' Worship, dude.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Worship and go for a mantra deck as, like, I don't know, the Ironclad or something. That, oh my lord. That's weird.
You got some weird cards in this wheel of poo-poo, my dude.
I mean, dude, here's the thing, though. What would be in your wheel of poo-poo in Slay the Spire?
Chill definitely wouldn't be in there. I mean, like, you know, all of these are like capstone pieces and stuff. Fire breathing actually is
fire breathing now, yeah. I mean,
Perfected Strike definitely wouldn't be in there for me. Havoc wouldn't be in there for me. Overclock wouldn't be in there for me.
No, I'm gonna say
Turbo wouldn't be in there for me.
Perfected Strike in there. Yeah. You're drawing 12 cards. 1 Perfected Strike costing 2 for a grand total of 8 damage with no other strikes in your deck. Sucks.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely not good in this format in particular.
Yeah.
But like, is it things that aren't synergistic enough that you're putting in there?
I mean,
or things that like in general just bad?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, I put Perfected Strike in there for the synergy case here. So
draft in game.
Okay, go into Tabletop, lay down 3, and pray to God you get a mantra, I guess.
No, I'm looking for a lessons learned. Thank you very much. I would like to learn some lessons.
Got me a
So I'm going to put all of these cards that you just had back into the deck.
For sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is a fun one because you actually get to spin the dang wheel more than 8 times. Oh, dude, I'm hopping in with you.
All right.
I'm coming in the draft a little bit.
FTL follow-up Empty Fist.
Interesting. Follow-up is actually, like, okay for you with your current setup, but...
Not really. Taking FTL.
I mean, yeah, FTL is the best choice.
If it costs 1 mana and it gives me 1 mana back, FTL costs 0 and it gives me a card.
Yeah. Let's see here. Multicast.
Wow, you're cheating. You didn't have these cards back in the deck?
Okay. I'm going to laugh my ass off if I pull something better here.
Oh, yeah, you definitely will, because that was a bad pack, so.
Yeah.
If anything, I've helped.
Jesus Lord.
What are you complaining about?
I mean, they're okay.
Okay. Oh, back to the wheel of poo-poo. All right, give me an overclock.
I'm gonna snag Hemokinesis.
Do that, damn. That's a tactician for me.
Hope you pull some discard cards, my boy.
I'd like some block at some point. Yeah, it just seems like it'd be helpful.
Going back to the wheel of debuff. There is, 1 wheel of block, so have fun getting your blocks. There are other blocks.
Ooh, back to the wheel of poo-poo.
Dude, I have a beam cell again. Beam cell going everywhere.
Cool. You had 3 rolls on the wheel of poo-poo?
I have not had 3 rolls on the wheel of poo-poo, sadly.
Outmaneuver. I have a lot of energy and nothing to do with any of it.
I have like we both have a buttload of 0-cost cards right now, and I'm going to the wheel of 0 for another 0-cost card. Oh boy, reprogram. Excellent.
Now that would be in my wheel of poo-poo.
Yeah, I think it might be there. Is it?
I don't think it is. I'm going to the wheel of 0 as well myself, though.
Hope you pull something. I believe All for One is in there as well, but
it is, yes.
I have a wheel of orbs, which is going to be real friggin' weird. Oh, dude, it's possibly just dead card central if we are not the defect, because I just got defrag. Possibly amazing, but also possibly horrible. I'm going on spin number 8 right now. I don't know where you're at.
I'm drafting in the tabletop simulator, so I'll tell you. This is my 8th actually as well, yeah.
Excellent. Got me a shockwave.
I have the choice between defragment, fusion, and bowling bash. Bowling bash every single time.
Yeah. Easily, yeah.
Every single time I see the card, I have to make the same point that I've made every single time about it, which is if you see a bowling bash, you take a bowling bash with it every time.
Yeah, bowling bash
especially as the watcher.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of orb-related stuff, and I'm getting very, very scared that I'm not the defect. Oh my god, I have electrodynamics.
That'll do a lot of damage in AoE if you're not the defect, because it'll immediately pop the orbs.
For sure. And then with defrag, I mean, it's an extra tiny bit of damage, but I feel really weird having my main strat be electrodynamics as, the Ironclad, but in a mantra deck. That is the most cursed statement I think I've ever said, but... Divinity only affects attack damage done, so it won't affect your rolls. Even better. And now I have a Meteor Strike just to...
That'll just refund you energy as anyone except for the... Well, not refund. Refund you. Yeah. Random number generator. Okay, so the way that I'm going to handle this is... I'm going to go over to Slay the Spire as the game itself. And pull it up there. Nope, that's the wrong. There we go. Pull it modded. Yeah. Capture the right screen. There we go. So I've got to randomize. Oh, do you want to include colorless in this?
Sure.
Oh, the colorless includes slimed as a card and void and wound. So
Yeah,
it
don't do
actually
that.
could include bad ones.
Yeah, don't do that though.
Alright, fine. So 300. I need a number between 1 and 300. Or 0 and 299.
Do number 64. My favorite number.
Wait, did you choose that or randomly generate it?
I did not randomly generate it. I chose it. I'll randomly
It
generate
says random number generator?
I know. My brain is not a random number generator. One between 1 and 225. 75 times 3, I'm guessing.
Wait, what?
Random number between 1 and 225?
No, because we can include the purple cards, right? So it's 300.
Oh, it's 300 now. I forgot.
Yep.
I forgot. 13.
75 cards for each character. 13. All right, that's going to be a heavy blade. I don't think I have enough damage or block to get like through the first one.
Yeah, I'm also kind of feeling that, but I suppose we'll see. I'm drafting some more though.
In there then.
I wonder in the draft what I'm going to take when I have no block and yeah, I think I'll take like arguably one of the best block cards in the game, more or less.
Tabletop simulator decks.
I believe I am on my last spin. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm done with spins. Okay.
I just have this and then one more. Doom and Gloom. Okay, my first good card. It's good to have one.
It's very, very sad when you got your first good card on number 11.
Look, it happens. It happens. And I'm going back to the Wheel of Debuff for my final. Uppercut me. Ooh, what? Hang on. I don't know which it's either on Corpse Explosion, which would be incredible, or Terror, which would be also a card.
Then looks like you're respin.
It's straight down the line. I have to respin. I am so mad. Give me the Corpse Explosion this time. Come on, just like straight on it.
That didn't sound like a corpse explosion.
No, it sounds like a sadistic nature. I mean, that could be good because I do have Go for the Eyes, Intimidate, Beam Cell, but like, I'm gonna need to cut so many cards from my deck and just focus on that. Yeah. I need like an Unceasing Top or something like that for viable for me.
Yeah. Anyway,
how are you feeling about your deck?
I think my deck blows, but we're both in hell, so you might as well keep going deeper. Let's figure out our character in Tabletop Simulator if you want to hop in.
Yeah, no, I'll just change the screen over. There we go. Ooh, look, professional streamer. I mean, video game recorder. I mean, YouTuber?
It's all the same, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do 3 shuffles. And last shuffle, bottom card is the character we're doing. It's an Ironclad run.
Ironclad. Honestly, that's going to be helpful because both of us are lacking like a fair amount of block. So having access to the 6 HP healing at the end of each is Neato Boruto.
Okay, so other Wheel of Spire rules, just so everybody is on the same page before we go set up these runs in-game. You can take cards from shops. You cannot take cards from any normal reward fights. You can take them from events and from shops, but that is it. Basically,
so we'll be using the no card reward mod?
We will be using the no card reward mod. And we also will be playing on Ascension 1 with the diverse modifier.
And
Sounds
good.
Yeah. We will see you in game.
Catch you all then. And we're back. We've loaded into the same seed, and we've completed our trash decks in the video game. Are you ready to go, Olexa?
I'm ready to go with my trash deck. You are correct on that one.
Ooh, it's bad.
It's a bad boy deck.
It's bad, you know it. I'm still going for all of the elites on the floor. So,
I'm gonna try. You can't not try, right?
Yeah. I was born to try, and I'll learn to love. Be understanding and believe in life. No one should ever understand the reference that I just made, by the way. If you do, like, wow, listen to good music.
I have an overclock
Me
in my
at me.
deck, and I have no idea why. I never added it. I'm very confused.
Uh-huh. It just wanted to come along for the ride.
Oh! I added... You know what? I know exactly what I did, Rhapsody. You want to know what I did? Let's see if you can figure out what I did.
Overclock, overclock, overclock. Okay, what card are you missing?
I was missing Steam Barrier.
Oh, okay. So you thought overclock in, but overheat came up, and you tabbed to that and entered it.
So no, because overheat is not overclock's thing. Steam power is overclock, and Steam is Steam Barrier. Fun fact. Today I learned. What a wild world.
That's a TIL for me as well.
Yeah, what a wild world.
I'm a poet and I wasn't even aware.
You wasn't even know it.
Wasn't even know it, exactly. Ooh, Elixir is back in the game. Exhaust any number of cards in your hands now. Sweet. That's
quite
I didn't know that potion had been included. I haven't gone through patch notes yet. Yeah. Oh, whoa, hang on. The no card rewards mod isn't working at the moment. So you're just gonna have to skip cards.
Mine worked.
Okay, I'm gonna have to skip cards.
Yeah, mine definitely worked. So you will have to be skipping some cards. Dude, this is such a whack job deck. I'm scrying away my electrodynamics as the friggin' ironclad. What in the world situation have I put myself in?
It seems a lot better than the teams.
It's wacky, dude. I'm in Divinity as the ironclad and just did a 42 damage hemokinesis. Why not, dude? What a weird world. What a weird world.
What a weird, whack, and wild world. All right, I got a kill there. Neat. I've got to stop looking at these card wards because I'm just gonna get mad.
Oh, it's so garbage. It's so garbage. Everything sucks. Everything sucks, Raps. I hate everything.
Everything is awful.
Everything is the worst, most awful thing you've ever seen.
Ooh, blood potions here.
I'm just chilling on this deck. I am just chilling, and we're gonna see what the heck happens in the future. Dude, reprogram would be sick if it wasn't friggin'
Reprogram
terrible.
would be sick if it wasn't garbage.
Yeah,
exactly.
and it literally, and that's what it was trying to come out of my mouth. Words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, it would be great if the card was like, scry 4, draw 1.
Yeah.
It'd be an amazing card. Just the best card in human history.
Ooh, okay, no.
I mean, it wouldn't be the best card in human history.
I just perfected the gremlin knob, so get scared.
I'm actually frightened. It's the worst thing I've ever thought about. I barely know what I'm doing, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, like, we did propose between one another before we actually launched into this that, you know, we might just both die really early.
Yeah, and there's, I mean, I don't know. I really just, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I added a card. Deck, remove, buffer.
Get used to that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to cheat, but, you know, as I have mentioned before, I'm pretty sure I've cheated every single draw, champs.
I mean, it's a Raps thing to do. I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, I guess I'm fine with that.
I also did not flawless the gremlin knob. So
Stuff, bud.
Take it for a grain of salt, but
take it for a grain of salt?
Yeah.
First time I've heard that expression.
Really? You've never heard
yeah.
Take it as a grain of salt?
No. Take it with a grain of salt. I have.
I mean, I did say it wrong.
Take it as a grain of salt. Just.
I mean, maybe you should take it as a grain of salt too.
I hadn't considered it could have been a grain of salt. You're right.
Yeah. So, in my eyes, take it as a grain of salt, and The other here's another one. Like, I understand it, but I also hate it. The phrase 6 to 1, half dozen to another.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
I use it.
I use it too. I also don't like it.
What? What's wrong with it?
It's one of those phrases where you look at it and you're like, it's not. I don't know. It's just, there's better phrases. Why not just say, yeah, it's different to me?
Different to me?
Yeah.
No, have I been using it wrong? I've exclusively used it as there is no functional difference between these two things, right? There's a perceptive difference.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
It's the one, half a dozen the other.
Yeah. Maybe I just literally don't know how to use phrases, which is a possibility for sure.
I don't know. I think you're underestimating yourself on that one. Having to speak as, frequently as we do, means you kind of just end up picking up stuff.
Honestly, just having to say words while trying to understand what the hell this run is another journey. As I'm killing people primarily with orbs, and that's it. And I am so mad at one of my good streamer pals who just decided to send me a Steam message with "Hope you have your notifications muted" as I'm streaming.
I had to scrap an episode because of the message that you sent to roguelike rapscallions earlier. Actually,
no. I am so sorry.
No, that's totally okay. I should have them muted. Bad at what I do.
That's
is the answer to that.
That's both amazing and horrible. I'm sorry.
No, it's again totally fine. Yeah, I gotta be honest. You gotta get scared at this point, just because I've got Shuriken and it's working.
I mean, I have Mummified Hand, which
same.
Yeah, I mean, I know you do, but I do have 2 powers that like I like to use regularly.
You like to use them? Use them?
I like to use them. So, but I'm frightened because my deck is actually it's friggin' trash, dude. Like, every bit of this deck is making me want to not be playing this deck.
Yeah, I'd like to have some defense in my deck at some point.
Yeah.
I really look forward to having some defense at some point. It'd just be nice, I think.
The sad thing is, I have defense. I don't have any attacks, man. Like, my only attacks are Beam Cell, Hemokinesis, Go for the Eyes. Like, that's it.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's it. It's a sucky world, right, but that's where we at this point in time.
Heavy Blade, Havoc, Burns, Go for the Eyes. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just kill the Hex Ghost.
Oh my god, I'm nowhere close, dude. I'm halfway through the first floor.
So we do get card rewards after the bosses, right? Still?
That was never a thing in the past.
It was never a thing in the... I've looked at every single card reward, like, this entire time. Like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, never was a thing in the past.
Okay. Well, if I had the no card ward mod installed and it was, handling that for me, we're still fine.
All right, there's Shuriken. Thank God that finally showed up, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. Also, Red Skull. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's been really, really handy for me.
Yeah, I can imagine. I got a whole heck of a lot of I don't know in this deck. It's just I don't know everywhere I look. Anyway, Raps, how have you been in the last week? Last time we talked, I mean, besides like the plethora of videos that we recorded earlier, was when we did the Draft Champs online, and I whooped you. Let me tell you, I whooped you. Oh wait, that's right. I died like 6 times on the same run, and then ended up playing an Ironclad run while you finished, and then died on that too because I forgot to take off the no card rewards. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna correct you on that. I was completely fine to play into the fantasy, but yeah, I definitely won that one. I only remember that as clearly because you spoke a big game before it.
I did speak a mildly large game. I won't deny that. I mean, it was, yeah, it was some big talk. But I will say I have since I've won a run as ye old Watcher. So
I'm glad to hear it.
Pretty excited about that. It was honestly, it was just total annihilation caused by unraveling as a card.
Ooh, unraveling was actually a large part of my first one with the thing as well. Like, because I just had a bunch of Deva forms and unraveled all of them out of my hand.
That is, I mean, I had one Deva form that it would hit, and it was lovely. And just basically a bunch of other cards that it would hit that were good enough. And it resulted in a very, very fun deck, and I had a great time with it. And then once I beat it, I was like, all right, I can go back to pretending this character doesn't exist for the time being and go back to finally winning games. So that's what I've been doing, and I had a defect run that was just nutty, like in every way, shape, and form, insane. So it's been a good, couple of times here.
Mummified hand power stacking?
No, it was not mummified hand power stacking. It was
Are you allowed to use other things?
Yeah, dude, honestly, I know. But it was a run where my reward at the beginning was the ability to choose or get a random rare card. Random rare card I took was Bias Cognition. And then first floor boss got Core Surge, got basically 2 defrags, 4 loops, and like 3 inserter cards, capacitor, and had 15 focus in my last fight, generating over 100 block per turn, and had a dark orb out front that with 4 loops and that much focus was generating over 100 damage on it per turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the loops on a dark orb is such a good build.
It was one of, like, it was in that moment, and like obviously I love this game with a burning passion. It was in that moment where I went, this is why I love this game with a burning passion. Like,
yeah,
it was a just beautiful, beautiful run.
Those kinds of things are just lovely occasional reminders.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, it's weird because we're stuck in a weird spot whenever we record these videos. Because for those that don't know when we record them, I mean, we're normally posting them on a Sunday or something like that, at least American time. But we record these on a Thursday most times. Mostly. And Thursday's like that awkward time frame where it's not the middle of the week, so you can't ask about the past weekend, but it's not the weekend yet, so you can't ask about well, for you, I suppose, you know, tomorrow's your weekend, but it's such an awkward spot to talk about, you know, weekend related things and how things have gone in the past 7 days when you're not really able to without offending someone.
You'd think tomorrow for me would be my weekend, except I don't really have a concept of a weekend at the moment.
That's also true.
Yeah, like I kind of just do this every day.
Yeah.
Which I'm not complaining about. I couldn't be complaining about.
You're just kind of the omniscient, omnipotent weekly man. Always around, always watching.
I'll accept it for the fact that omnipotent was in there as well.
Yeah. Omnipotent's a great word. It's one of those words that, like, there's some words that just feel good when they come off of your tongue. Omnipotent's one of them.
At this point, I will say that it's, for me, at least, omnipotent.
Yeah, I mean, it can be omnipotent. It's actually, I've heard it used. It's kind of like data and data. Are you you are definitely a data person. There is no way you're not a data person.
Data.
You're a data person.
Yeah.
Wow.
You found me. I'm a data person.
You're a data person. I would have never in a million years. I'm also a data person, and I would have never.
Ooh, okay. I thought I was about to get being a data person.
No, dude, absolutely not. I never would have expected you to be a data person.
What about me reads as not a data person?
The whole, like
The whole kit and or caboodle?
For me, this is going to sound horrible when I say it, even though I, like, wholeheartedly believe it and agree with it. But, like, data is definitely the American pronunciation.
Ooh.
Like, it just is. Like, you pronounce it as data because you got, like, that in the back that isn't actually, like, a pronunciation of anything. You know, data is the actual pronunciation of the word, but...
That's interesting, because, like, especially in... I need to stop looking at the cards! I look at them every time! Yeah, especially in a lot of Australian accents, I guess is where mine, for that at least, would have been informed, is there's not a lot of so it's like data rather than data, because data. It's just a bit weird.
It's a bit weird for sure. It makes me
and
wonder.
Of course, you know, on top
like,
of that, sometimes my accent's Australian, sometimes it didn't. So
I mean, yeah, that's also true. You do break the mold a little bit on words sometimes, but that's also the thing is I'm from the Midwest in the U.S., which automatically, like, hillbilly is sometimes an understatement when you talk about the people that I was around and came from. So
for any Australian audience member, read Bogan.
Sure.
That's what we would call, like, you know, the redneck / hillbilly kind of like archetype of our area would be Bogan.
Okay. Yeah, I've never heard that word a day in my life. But
I'll enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's a fun one.
It's honestly, it's a phenomenal word. I'm with it. But I run into a lot of where I go to school in a different state than where I'm from, in a different area, and like it's still kind of Midwest-y, but it's not Midwest enough for the Midwestisms to come out, really. But you know, I'll have people that, you know, they'll go, "Hey, do you want a soda?" And I'll go, "Yeah, I'll take a pop." And then they are like, "What'd you just say?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take a pop." And they were like, "Please don't ever say that ever again," kind of thing. But,
I agree with them.
And yeah, and I guarantee that you're absolutely with them on that. But where I'm
also, by the way, not soda here either.
Fizzy?
No.
What the
hell?
hell?
I'll give you one last chance.
Okay, wait. So if it's no soda, no pop, no fizzy. I'm going to just assume it's not soda pop, or else you're lame.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, I am, but not in this instance about that specific thing.
Okay. So what? You now got me. What do you call the carbonated beverage with sugar in it?
Think about, in a unified sense, Australia's drinking culture, and use that to contextualize your next guess. This is the final guess I'll give you, and then I'll just.
Dude, I actually have no freaking clue.
Soft drink. Because it's not a hard drink that has alcohol in.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, we also do soft drink. But
oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah, so that's not one that is unheard of. It's just, as fat Americans, we just drink a lot of pop. So soda, fizzy, the soft drink, whatever you want to call it. So we have like 8 names for it. But
oh, so it's like how the Eskimos have 400 different words for snow. You have 5,000 different ways to say carbonated beverage that includes an obscene amount of sugar.
Yeah, more or less. But it's kind of like, so like here's the way that I do it. I do it as is basically you go down a flow chart, okay? Is there is your carbonated beverage that is full sugar and no alcohol, is it in a can? If it is in a can, I'm calling it a pop.
Okay, if it's in a can, I'm going to call it a soft drink. If it's in a bottle, I'm going to call it a soft drink. If you're using it as a mixer, I'm going to call it a soft drink.
All right. All respectable opinions.
Alcohol, specifically, then I'm going to call you out on that and say you should be drinking it neat.
I mean, that's also respectable. I'm with you on that one for sure. But
I mentioned that I was just enjoying a nice Irish whiskey with the recording, and someone heard the clink of ice in my glass and called me out on it. I was like, oh. Look, it's an hour-long episode.
That's phenomenal.
They were entirely right, to be fair, though.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. That's amazing.
That's the thing I will take as a hit. That's that I occasionally do put ice in small amount, rather, but still, in my brown liquids.
Well, there you go.
What would you say is your spirit of choice? If you're a drinking man, of course.
So, and this is one that, so I'm going to say it, and I'm going to assume that you have it, but it also raises some questions just because of the nature of what it actually is.
Okay.
Do you have bourbon in Australia? Okay.
Yeah.
How does that work exactly?
Imported. It's always imported.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like bourbon, by definition, is American.
It has to be made in America.
Yeah. I mean, like, do you have champagne in the United States?
I suppose this is a fair point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, I'm definitely, my drink of choice is... What?
Sorry, you said no, and I was like,
we definitely, we do. I understood your point, and then I just went off of that. But no, we do 100% in every way, shape, and form. Not we, is me. My drink of choice is just a fine bourbon. I don't even, I'm gonna be real, I don't even have a favorite. I just like bourbon.
Yeah.
You put one in front of me, I'm gonna be good. But any whiskey, really, I'm kind of game on.
I was a rum man for a very long time.
I'm fine with rum. The only, I'll be honest, the only thing that I just can't, I'll do it, but I won't enjoy it a lot. I don't care for tequila.
Ooh, we agree.
Yeah, I'm just not a tequila guy.
Tequila and I had a particularly bad time a while ago. Like my 19th birthday party. I think that's like everyone's story with tequila, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, the smell of it makes me completely nauseous. I have before been offered a shot and thrown up. Like I was sober completely, but no, I can smell that.
Yeah. No.
Couldn't I do it? Couldn't I?
And like, I mean, look, I'm a student in college. If there is alcoholic content in it, I'll drink it. Yeah. But I'm just
don't promise to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's just I'm not as big of a fan of tequila.
It's actually funny because I had a conversation with my partner yesterday, specifically about drinking spirits neat, and he'd said, "Well, you know what the next avenue is? You gotta start drinking tequila again." I'm not keen on it, but he's right.
Yeah. How is your run going here?
Extremely well, actually. Like I'm kind of very, very
fantastic. It's clearly exactly what I wanted to hear. Can't you tell?
No, I can't. You're hiding your emotions. You don't heart and sleep.
My run sucks, and I'm on the second floor, and it's like, it's better than it was because I'm just adding cards every time I go to a shop because it just needs way more in it than what I have, but it's a little rough right now.
So I'll give you this. I have the pen nib shuriken ornamental fan, and I play 3 attacks in a turn every turn. And I picked up an upgraded Jax, so I actually have strength for my heavy blade now.
Yeah. So yeah, you're basically running towards a Wheel of Spire victory here. Now I will say, and this is mildly different from the normal nature of how we handle videos. Technically, the Wheel of Spire, the win condition is just winning, because it's normally crappy enough.
Yo, I will mention that in the intro specifically, you did say a score-based run.
Yes, it will be a score-based run for us. But I was trying to get out of it being a score-based run because my run sucks, Raps. Like,
okay,
let's
so we
just
can have
call
a double
a
win.
spade.
Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'll let you get away with that. If you win, we can consider this a win on both of our parts. Everyone in the audience, read that as I won, please. I'm just gonna edit the part where I said that to you out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you'll remember for sure. You do so much editing. It was a little bit of shade. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of shade.
No. It's entirely fair. To be, you know what? You want shade right back because I can give it as hard as I take it.
Let's be fair.
My philosophy with editing has always been that if you're good enough at recording, you don't need to go back in and fix it in post.
I guess I'm doing fine then because I don't edit. So. Now, do you do any editing at all?
In the past I have, but you know, like especially as I've decided to like ramp up the amount that I do and want to cover so many games at the same time, it's just functionally not possible.
Yeah, it's not doable.
But also, like, you know, legitimately that is slightly my opinion. Like, in that I do believe that relying on the note that, oh well, in the future I can just come back and fix this in post, does give you a safety blanket that you otherwise wouldn't have.
Yeah. And
I'm kind of comfy not having it.
Yeah. No, so I mean, I will not like post a video directly from recording it without at least running it through my editing software just because I throw a end screen on it. So I have that at least. But you know, like this is I feel like literally every single time me and you record a video, I start talking about inside baseball stuff.
I've occasionally prompted you to do it specifically as well, by the way.
So I'm going inside baseball again. Whenever we record, I will basically one of us, I'm talking to the audience, not you now. One of us will count down from 5. With the 2 and 1 being silent, so that Rito and Raps can line up their stuff, because they do it by they just upload straight, which means that they have to make sure that there's not, you know, dead air at the start of videos and stuff. Me, I go along with it because I have no reason not to go along with it, but I know I'm going to edit it to be lined up exactly where I want it to anyway in the end, so it don't really matter to me. But it's kind of
that used to be my process.
Yeah, and like it works totally fine. Wow, dude, ceramic fish is so friggin' horrible. So friggin' horrible. But it's just kind of, I don't know, it's funny. Because those are the little things. I feel like people when they're trying to figure out how to start out doing YouTube or Twitch, you know, I'll put either of those in the category. Everybody has a different idea about what it takes to do this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but also there are multiple different styles of doing this.
And that's the crazier part.
Yeah.
Is there
sometimes it does take different things.
There are so many different styles that you can do with it. And it just is one of those wow, I have to think about this one. It's one of those things where I struggle sometimes to give the advice to people, because how do you give the advice of, yeah, just fiddle around with it, see what happens? Like, that's not what they want to hear. Like, they want to hear, do this exact process, and if you do that, have fun with your subs on YouTube, you know?
Yeah, that's there's a Bo Burnham interview. I specifically think it was actually on Kimmel's show.
Okay.
No, it was Fallon.
Okay.
And he was talking about you know, starting out as a creative and giving advice to other people, and he was like, yeah, you can give everyone like as much technical advice as you would like, but the final thing is, and also get ridiculously lucky.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah,
like. I think it's in his specific circumstance. He was talking about like the kind of inspirational songs like Raw, Katy Perry, those kinds of things.
Okay.
Which kind of sell a narrative of achievability, and that can make people depressed if they do all of the right things and don't get anywhere with it. I think honestly, like the biggest thing that I would ever say is don't expect to succeed.
Yeah. And it's sad because that's not, that's not what people want to hear.
No, definitely not.
At all. Like, in any way, shape, and form. Nobody wants to hear, oh, have fun with your newfound hobby that you might try to make an actual job, but, like, a pretty good chance you're going to fail at it. Like,
well, yeah, no. So, obviously, I wouldn't phrase it like that. I would phrase it like you have to be okay with the concepts of, like, especially delayed gratification. I've seen, like, a lot of channels that will start out and they'll honestly have good stuff.
Yeah.
And then they'll stop because it didn't immediately hit or something like that.
No, you're exactly 100% exactly right. And, I feel like people sometimes, and it's funny, I actually had the experience today with it, but dude, I don't know what I'm doing on this run. I'm on the 3rd floor. I don't know how I got here, to be honest with you. But I had the experience today. People decided to go through, I was in Discord just hanging out with some people, and they decided to go through old videos on my channel. Which I'm sure you've always had those people that go comment on an old video every once in a while. Well, these people were confused as all heck, finding out that my channel was like a full-blown Minecraft channel. They had no idea. And I look at situations like that and I go, do you think that I just rolled out of bed and, walked into having 30,000 subs on YouTube and everything was peachy keen hunky-dory? Like, it's just not how this works at all. But people don't have an understanding of what it actually takes to do what we do. So they don't realize the, troubles and tribulations that we go through.
I think it's more that they, like, I wouldn't particularly call mine troubles nor trialations, but like the circumstances where I've encountered that, someone asking, hey, it'd be cool if you played Risk of Rain 1 on your channel. And like, that's the second series I ever did, my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. And I think it's largely as a result of people like perceive you as a person or a creator from the point they started to interact with you onwards. Yep. So if they've been there the entire time, they will have seen all of the change. If they've been there for a small period of time, they kind of just assume, especially if that small period of time has been relatively static, you've always been that way, like far into the past and far into the future as well, which can frustrate people if you then decide to change afterwards as well.
Yeah.
So I've ended my run.
Oh my god, I'm nowhere close, so you're gonna have to sit and banter with me for another...
Oh no, what a shame.
We will have to continue talking about more inside baseball things, perhaps.
Get 'em, got 'em good. I kind of did start out with mainly roguelikes, so I've kind of stuck near that field. But card games became, like, actually I started out with Hearthstone as well. So I started out with Hearthstone and I started out with roguelikes at the same time. I was so lucky that a deck building roguelike genre has suddenly erupted.
Yeah,
because
erupted.
Again, that's another situation of I was really, really lucky. Like when Slay the Spire came out, a friend of mine, a streamer named Lolash, actually sent me a message saying, hey, you need to look at this game. This is important. And he doesn't do that to me.
Yeah.
So as soon as he did, I was like, okay, I need to pay attention to this. I played it. And I was like, I played a bunch of deck building, like board games in the past before. I played a bunch of card games and I played a bunch of roguelikes. I'm well suited to this. So I kind of just hit the ground running on that. And that's the only reason it's viable for me to do this as work, as I currently do.
Yeah.
Like it was luck, right place, right time, and the right message. Like literally if that message had come a week later, it wouldn't have been me. It would have been someone else.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, no, you didn't get lucky. Like that's normal. But like, no, you got really friggin' lucky.
Yeah, dude, I know
lucky. because I took a look at, as people were commenting on old stuff on my channel today, I took the time to go back and look at some of my old stuff, and I found, so basically to put a little bit of a timeline out here. So 2012 is when I started YouTube. And I was basically, I would say, primarily doing Minecraft. I'll even go so far as to say I was only doing Minecraft then. I did it for like a year, and now you got to keep in mind, I'm pulling what, like, I've got 100 subs on YouTube kind of thing. Like, you ain't getting crap when you're just starting out. I made a video that was 50 facts you don't know about Minecraft. It was terrible, but at the time, that was the meta of what people wanted to see. It got 180,000 views on YouTube as a terrible video from a, at the time, absolutely terrible person. And I went, this is sick, I'm the next big thing. Then basically proceeded to not have any luck on YouTube for the next, like, 2 years. And I straight up quit. Like, there were some other factors involved that I'm just going to leave out. But I just kind of went, it was fun. It was something I did when I was a little younger, but probably not something that I'm going to continue in the future.
So that begs the question, what brought you back?
Well, that does beg the question, doesn't it? So when I started dating Anna, who I'm still dating right now, and people on my channel know Anna. I know you don't know much except for the fact that you wished her happy birthday like 2 months ago, but that's beside the point. She, we're talking about just like, it was one of those you just started dating things, and it was a, tell me something that I definitely don't know about you. And I went, I have 1,000 subs on YouTube. Because at the time I had 1,000 subs on YouTube, just from the Minecraft stuff. And she went, what? And I was like, yeah, it was something I did when I was younger, and just kind of had fun with it. But it, it's not something I do anymore. It's just, it's a fun fact. And she went, well, why don't you do it anymore? And I kind of went into the part that I'm omitting from this. And she was like, well, screw that. You should do it again. And it wasn't, it wasn't really one of those things that I considered as even an option. It was kind of like, why would I do that again? I haven't done it for, at the time it was, I hadn't done it for 2 years. And she was like, well, if you enjoyed doing it, you're still going to enjoy doing it. So you might as well do it again. And I was like, I mean, that's fair. I guess I will try to do it again. So I restarted my channel, but at the time I was watching B000100 on YouTube play The Binding of Isaac, and I had just bought the game on PS4. I was playing it on PS4 a ton, and I went, if I'm gonna do this again, I might as well do a game that like I really, really enjoy playing. So I'm just going to do YouTube my way. I'm not going to play Minecraft again. That's a product from my past. Let's play something a little bit new. Started up my Afterbirth series, which is now, it ended up being a grand total of, dude, I am going to be dead by 1 singular damage on the big head, I think. Unless orbs do damage with slow, but I don't believe they do.
They don't.
Yeah.
It's attack damage.
Oh my god, dude! Power potion with a defrag for the 5 focus needed to kill him. That's hilarious. Okay.
Get him.
Anyway. But it, I started playing Isaac. That led to my 160 episode Afterbirth. I think 160, something like that. And basically in the process of just grinding my ass off of playing a buttload of Isaac, eventually people started to watch those, and bing, bang, boom, that's where I'm at today. But I mean, that was I still consider it getting lucky because I still believe in my heart of hearts that it is getting lucky. But I also, like, I'll go so far as to say that I didn't get that lucky. Like, I grinded my ass off to get to where I am right now with that much Isaac. Like,
sure, but the thing is, like, people grind their ass off.
Oh, and they still don't get there.
Have to get lucky. Like, 100%. I will mention, I had a couple hundred episodes on Afterbirth as well.
Yeah.
And I was small fish until Slay the Spire.
Yep.
Right? It's like you can really grind your ass off, but on top of that, luck is needed. Like, consider it like that using effort as a currency instead, but you're still buying tickets in lottery.
Yep.
Right? You can buy a lot of tickets, but you're still playing the lottery.
Yep. And it's the difficult part to tell people, because a lot of people think that there's just, you know, follow
the hills.
Well, that there's gold in the hills, and that it's just follow. You know, it's like it's a BuzzFeed article. Follow these basic steps, and you're becoming a YouTube star. Like, it don't work like that.
I mean, the people who like benefit from selling that as a narrative are the people who are semi-successful social influencers.
Yeah.
Who don't really have that many scruples about lying to their fans oftentimes.
Yeah.
Like, you can give advice freely, but if your advice doesn't include, okay, and also,
yeah,
then, I think that can be, like, slightly irresponsible.
No, I mean, I completely agree with you. But that's the problem, and it's part of what makes me every day debate whether or not I'll be continuing doing this long term. There's YouTube is, I'm not gonna, like, I don't know. It's tough because when YouTube helps pay the bills, it's hard for me to talk bad about him. But YouTube has gone insanely downhill from where YouTube was several years ago. And I think everybody knows that.
Unless you're not Stephen Colbert or Jimmy Fallon.
Or Will Smith, or, another person with over, $45 million as their net worth that are now taking over the platform. But, YouTube's gone super downhill. And if it wasn't for people watching my stuff, I would quit instantly. Like, and that sounds bad. Because, like, I still enjoy what I do, don't get me wrong, but I could go over to Twitch. And I could just stay on Twitch, which is still a terrible platform right now with a lot of stuff going on. But it's the community on YouTube that keeps me on YouTube. But I don't know.
I'm so far from the ability to do that. Like, I'm trying to diversify. But yeah, like, I actually was asked yesterday, have you ever seriously considered quitting YouTube? And the answer is no. But I do know exactly what would make me do it. And it wouldn't be, like, the end of viewership. Like, I would probably have to tail things down if I had to get, like, a quote-unquote real job. But the thing would be, like, death of a loved one. That's, like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's no way I'm going to be able to have a cheery display on camera.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's such a volatile market. Like, that's because it's stuff like, a death of a loved one. You're gone for a month at minimum, like, with something
at
absolute minimum a month before you're even considering making a video. In that month, you've been wiped from the algorithm and you ain't coming back.
Yeah.
I took one week. I took 1 week off during the summer, just due to I was swamped with IRL job and had a bunch of other stuff going on with family, and I'm just taking a week off of YouTube. It took until now for the algorithm to put me back in, and that was 3-4 months ago. Like, it's rough. And YouTube as a market is so overinflated right now with people trying to get big in the get rich quick scheme where the CPM keeps going down, that it's making it really, really difficult for people to consider this as a full-time position. And I'm as proud of you as anyone on this earth, because you're killing it right now and you're making it work. But it's something where I look at it every day, and like I'm clearly not doing this as a full-time position. Like, I'm in school and I have already accepted a job offer when I graduate in May.
Congrats.
Thank you very much. You know, I fully do not intend on ever making YouTube a full-time job. For me, it's a hobby. But you know, it's still people like you that are doing this as a full-time thing. I applaud you, and I worry a lot, which I'm sure you also applaud yourself and worry a lot.
I like it's something that like I've commonly referred to it rather than full-time job. Like, it's something that I do full-time, and it's a hobby that happens to pay the bills.
Exactly.
Because it could like disappear tomorrow, right? It could just like that completely disappear. But secondarily to that, I am uniquely not worried about the future almost ever. I worry a lot about the past and a ridiculous amount about the present. But if something is tomorrow, I'm not stressing about it until I'm there. Right?
Weird polar opposites in that sense. Once it's happened, don't care anymore. But whatever tomorrow's gonna do, I'm freaked as hell, and whatever is currently happening, I'm freaked as hell. So we got the present down, but yeah, once something's happened, it's happened.
Between the two of us, we can be
worry about the world.
Concerned about it.
For sure, Raps, for sure. I'm done with my run. I ended up dying. I didn't even look at my score, so you have won.
Okay, press is right rules.
I forgot what my score was. Oh, I can go look at it. I'll go find it.
Yes,
I'll go find it.
Can.
All right, Price is Right rules. What do you got?
Okay. Is it higher than 500?
It is higher than 500.
Is it higher than 700?
It is not higher than 700.
Okay. Well,
if you would have said, is it higher than 520, I would have said no. So.
Oh, okay. So a 519 right there.
A nice 511 run right there.
Almost double. 1004. Right.
Yeah, I'll be real, my deck sucked. And I did everything I could to make it work, but that was the wheel got the best of me.
Yeah, I sincerely suspected the wheel would get the best of me if it wasn't for the Shuriken and the Jax and having Heavy Blade. Like, Heavy Blade actually became the best card in my deck.
Yeah.
I had a Pendim as well, and I ended up dunking bosses with 200 damage regularly.
Yeah, I mean, there ended up being a lot of strength gain in that deck, actually. I had an Inflame that was coming out as well that I was playing, and I was occasionally getting the Shuriken to happen as well. So I was getting the strength. It's just I was never able to get attacks that benefited from strength at all. And then I took Velvet Choker for energy because I needed it, and it just bit me in the ass because then I was relying on Shivs. And when you have a Blade Dance where 4 of your 6 cards turn into Blade Dance, really difficult to do any damage or block.
I actually found it really, really helpful to have so I didn't go for the Velvet Choker. I went for Black Blood. Because I was like, I have no defense. Yeah. I'd like to get healed twice as much.
And the thing is, I had defense at that point because I had Shrug, I had Steam Barrier, I had another block card that I'm now forgetting that I can go take a look at. What the hell was that card? That card was, I had an upgraded Deflect. I had a Genetic Algorithm. Like, I had the block. The block was not the issue. It was damage. I had no way to do damage. But anyway, that's the Wheel of Spire.
We're on polar opposites of that one right there. Would you like to take us the outro?
I will take us. I don't know, dude. I'll take you to the outro. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you enjoyed the Wheel of Spire, we did this instead of Draft Champs this week. That doesn't mean Draft Champs is dead. Draft Champs will be back in full swing. But if you enjoyed the Wheel of Spire and want more Wheel of Spire, then please let us know that as well, so we can continue to do that. And I'll get my ass on updating the wheels with Watcher-related stuff. But anyway, go check out the perspective of whoever you didn't watch. Their links will be in the description of the video that you are currently watching. Thanks so much for the times and the banters and the hanging out, Mr. Rhapsody.
Thank you for the opportunity.
We'll see you guys in the next video. You have a good day. Goodbye.
Adios.